Chair, by the way, Ray, it's 4-3 now, but long time ago, Judge Needham told me, when you're ahead, shut up. But a couple of things that I heard tonight. Please understand the issue. Let's not make the issue bigger than what it is, okay? This is a simple banner in a simple auditorium with a lot of blank walls. This is not the Cranston School Committee, assuming the vote goes the way you think it's going to vote, subsuming and endorsing a certain religion. This is not the Cranston School Committee forcing all of our students at Cranston High School West to come into that auditorium and recite that prayer. And there was a few people made a reference to, a few of my colleagues made a reference to turning your eyes. I don't know that I heard that tonight from anyone up here. It may have come from out there, but turning your eyes isn't the issue. It's not. We're not asking our students to turn their eyes. It happens to be in my opinion, a non-secular banner with a religious, arguably a religious overtone, but with secular and historical significance on the right-hand side of a wall in an auditorium. And that's all it is. We're not making our kids cite the Lord's Prayer. We're not making our kids recite the Ten Commandments. We're not doing any of that. They're not taking it home. They're not required to have a picture of it in their wallet. This is a very particular, very, very fine issue that we're talking about here. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're not making history. We're not doing anything. We're recognizing a secular, historical banner that's been there uninterrupted for 60 years. And that's what we're doing tonight.
Mrs. McCaran.
I just want to say again that I want to repeat that, again, I said that I thought it was no religious value. Although my colleague seems to be a little different, that there may be some tendency for people to feel that way. I think it's an autistic approach. We have students that leave their mom every day. They draw, they play instruments, they write academic papers. We cover our hallways with all kinds of work that our students do. Clearly, this is a past work of one of our students. I don't find it to have any religious, tone to me whatsoever. I've danced on that stage. I've been friends with kids that went to Cranston West for many years of my life. I never viewed it as anything but part of their school, for what it stood for. And I felt the same way about all the things the first day I walked into every school I ever attended. Those were the past students who left their mark for future students to come, to let them know their thoughts. We do that at the college level. When we go to college, we make sure that everyone realizes who we want to be and who we want to become. So I feel very differently when I look at it in my perspective. Secondly, I just want to say for the second resolution, I offer a friendly amendment when it does come up, when we do get to that resolution, that clearly I think that it's time that the Cranston School Committee and the Cranston City Council sit down and have a discussion publicly. And maybe all of you can attend that. Maybe all of you can show up so that we have both sides sitting in the room. And let's talk about the fact of how we're going to educate our children in the city, how we're going to pay for our services, and how we're going to legally uphold anything, whether it's on the city side, because the city side, as well as the school side, there's always lawsuits that crop up on both ends in regards to all the things that we do on a daily basis. So I think that I would offer that amendment that we come back and we publicly sit together to discuss all the issues that we not only spoke of tonight, but it's been going on for some time and that will crop up in the future, instead of just asking the city council, in a resolution saying, here, go ahead, pay for it if we can't pay for it, or give us more money in our legal line of our budget. But let's really have a candid conversation so that everyone can publicly come here like you did this evening and listen to both sides.
Is there any further discussion on Resolution 1131? Mr. Bloom.
Just one comment on here. I think we would be remiss if we did not continue with this issue in another manner. It's apparent that someone is not happy who took this all the way to the ACLU, and some students have come tonight and expressed their unhappiness with what we have there. And as I alluded to in some of the comments that I made, I think we should look at being more inclusive to bring in some things that some of these other students, for whatever reason, feel left out.
Is there any other discussion? There being none, Mrs. Massaro, will you take the roll?
Mr. Bloom?
No.
Mrs. Culhane?
No.
Mr. Lombardi?
Yes.
Mrs. McFarland?
Yes.
Mrs. Ruggieri?
No.
Mr. Trafficante?
Yes.
Ms. Ianazzi?
Yes. Resolution 1132.
So moved.
Is there? We still have work to do, folks.